Thanks for tuning in to Make This Happen, where we discuss an idea we've been dying to see come alive. Every week, my friend Alex Gonzalez and myself, J.E., will bring you a product you never knew you needed. Now, citrus fruits.
That's right.
What's the worst part of the citrus fruit? Let's say you're gonna eat an orange, right? And you're peeling this orange, and you're about to take a bite. What's the worst part of the orange?
All right. So we already got through with the peel.
Yes.
That's probably the worst part, but that's gone. The second worst part about eating an orange would be the seeds, right?
Sure, but let's say you're eating a cutie, one of those tiny little tangerine little things, right?
Okay.
What's the worst part about eating one of those? Even peeling those are easy.
I guess the worst part would be whatever's remaining, all that leftover string bit that makes it really nasty.
Yeah. And also the nasty ass, the skin that holds all the little juicy bits together.
Yeah.
I hate that stuff. Like,
I guess you would call it like a membrane.
Yeah, like what I normally do when I peel an orange, I peel it all up. And this is if I eat them for myself, right? I break the orange in half, right? So there's like 6 and 6, right? Or it's not exactly 6 and 6, but you know what I mean. It's in half. And I take off one, and then I bite off the top of it, split off the skin, rip it off, and then rip off as much of the bottom.
But when you do that, there's little vesicles that hold juice and nutrients that sometimes become exposed and fall out, right?
Yes, but
because when you eat grapefruit, you don't consume the membrane.
No.
You put a spoon in between and eat it that way.
Exactly. What I'm proposing, I don't know how we would do this, but we sell citrus fruits without the skin. I guess.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Let's put it near, I don't know why I'm so down for this idea, but yeah, let's do it like that. And it'll be like with single serving. It'll be one of those products that's like the package where it has 4 bananas of different ripenings so that you can eat a banana today. Your banana tomorrow will be ripe. In 3 days, the next banana will be ripe. And then like in 4 to 5 days, the final banana will be ripe. So you can have a banana a day, but they will all be at peak freshness.
I've never even seen that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I want this to be like that where it's peeled oranges. And it's going to be near the pistachios. It's going to be fitness minded. We're going to have the vitamin C claims and just it'll be there where it's going to be the perfect thing where you can put it on granola. You can put it as a topper for yogurt, or you can eat it whole and have a big energy boost without having to deal with sticky fingers.
Yeah. So are you thinking these are like individual little like pomegranate seeds? I'm thinking they're still in
No. Yeah, it's still in the orange form. However, I want this to be for the sleek person because a working class person like me isn't going to pay for a goddamn peeled orange. I'm going to buy the 50-cent orange and peel it myself. However, if I want to treat myself, for instance, sometimes I go and get Fiji water to taste just what it's like. You know, I spoil myself, but it's water, so it's healthy. So it's not that bad for me, but it's water from a different place. I was thinking this is the market that you could hit with that by selling an individual orange.
Yeah.
And it would be at peak freshness.
So this is how I imagine it. You walk into a Whole Foods, because obviously this is where they're going to be selling this product. And you walk into where they sell like, you know, like the deli meats and the cheeses. And then like they have the beer over there. And they have like a section with like just refrigerated food stuff, right?
Okay.
And what you see is, I imagine kind of like that cardboard box, and then in the cardboard box, these plastic.
So, no. It can't be a cardboard box. So what it's gonna have to be is it's gonna be a box, but it's gonna be made of like old style 2x4s that look really nice. So it looks like it came from a farm.
Oh, like a wooden thing.
A wooden box, yes, with some nice writing on it, and then we can even say harvested this date. Like I'm talking about, I want to appeal to somebody who's like, "Oh, you've never tried AJ's oranges? You had their peak freshness. They're so easy to eat, no sticky fingers. My kids love them."
Yeah. Are you saying like we display it in this wooden box or the
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, sure. We'll give those out to
or
every Whole Foods and Ralph's and whoever wants to
yeah,
start their
yeah,
product. It
like a
comes in
display
this,
stand.
yeah. It's obviously gonna have to be refrigerated though. So is this wooden box supposed to go in the refrigerator?
Sure, why not?
Sure,
Okay,
if they allow
and
that. Otherwise, you gotta just stock it on their freaking
yeah, that's fine.
wall, you know. But anyway, the actual packaging, I'm assuming it has whatever material it's made out of, but it has that peelable plastic with the pull tab, and then you peel it open, and you just get like a dozen skinless oranges,
Wedges.
right? Yeah, and then they're like they're stacked, so it's like one facing up, one facing down, one facing up, one facing. You know what I mean? So it like fits in there all nicely in like two rows.
Now, yeah, yeah. Go ahead. In fact, I'm just excited about this idea. You go ahead and flesh your idea out, and then I'm gonna tell you about multiple SKUs.
Oh, I also have multiple SKUs here too. But before we get there, yeah, I imagine it's gonna be like in little trays with like them like displayed kind of like when you buy fancy strawberries that are covered in chocolate,
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you just peel it open and then you just pop them in one by one, or you could do whatever you said, like put it on top of the salad or the salads or ice cream, yogurt, whatever you want. Um, this is the base product. I do you want to hear about my second SKU idea right now, or do you want to talk
Yeah,
about the
yeah, yeah. Go
base?
for it.
Or
Shoot, shoot,
so
shoot, shoot.
the second product I have this idea for is it's a different idea, but it could be in the same family. So we just don't have one product we're selling, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The second product I had an idea for, it comes from like this Korean drink, but essentially it's like orange juice, but it has like bits, it has like pulp, but the pulp isn't just squished, the squished bits, they're like full kernels of this like actual piece of the orange,
Yeah, yeah,
and like we could go all crazy. It doesn't even have to just be oranges. We could extend this to limes and lemons, make a lemonade with lime pulp,
yeah, yeah.
like crazy shit like that. And I imagine what we would have to do. This could be, I don't know how we would do this, but like I imagine we could somehow do that where the pulp is still juicy. It's not squished pulp. And then maybe like some kind of frozen edition where it's like the pomegranate seeds I was talking about, where you just get orange little pulpy things that are just freeze dried and frozen or something.
Okay. Now I want to talk to you about my SKUs because I like
Okay.
all that. I like the orange juice idea. I think that would be great too. Be perfect. Now we're also gonna go into a little bit of desserts. I imagine that you open the box, you do the pull tab, you lift up the lid, and what you see in front of you is 12 perfect wedges in peak freshness with no weird pulp. Now, or not pulp, membrane. So I want these to be, and you kind of said earlier, I want them to now have two varieties. One where they're chocolate dipped. So
Okay.
each one of them's chocolate dipped. And then I want another one to be half of it is dark chocolate dipped, and then it's dipped in like, we're going to go for a premium product. So I was going to say almonds, but it's going to be half chocolate dipped. And then it's going to be, the chocolate is also going to be coated with pistachios, chopped pistachios.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And I like, that's the case where I would go for that. Like a dark chocolate, pistachio covered orange thing. Yeah, I'm game for that all day.
I'm also like, I would eat more oranges if like you said, first of all, don't have to peel it. Second of
Yeah.
all, didn't have the skin on it,
And there's people like that because I'll tell you, my grandpa peeled his grapes, man. He like would peel the grapes and then eat it without the skin.
Oh yeah, there's a Korean grape where you have to do that because the skin tastes so bad. You have to like, but they're
Oh.
easily skinable. You just squeeze it at the
Yeah.
bottom, and the inside just pops right in.
Oh.
But
So we got to do something else. So This company is all going to be about image. The membranes that we take, we have to use them for something. We got to donate them. We
Well, I'm sure
have
you could just
to maybe make them into fibers that are then used for bags that we don't, you know what I'm saying? That way, when it's like, hey, just because you're not getting the fiber doesn't mean nobody is.
Yeah.
Check out what we're using it for.
Do you think that you could turn this stringy skin crap into like merchandise? I would think we would just grind it up and
Not
sell it
mer-
as like fertilizer or something to
Not
another.
merchandise. Yeah, you could do that. Just some purpose, or we could ground it up and use it as fiber, almost like an egg carton for the packaging.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It would be some weak
And
ass
then-
packaging, but we'd have to put something
I mean, I think we would probably add other materials,
right
but maybe it would be a
It's
part
just
of the.
in there. I don't know anything about chemistry and how plastics and stuff are made. But if that's possible to
And then because it has orange oil inside of it, from the radio commercials I've listened to, it will naturally repel insects.
oh, yeah. Definitely.
You're like, I guess that's what people
I don't
want when
know
they
if
want my
that's
snack.
what you heard. I guess
I
it
don't know
must
if
be
you've
true.
ever. Do you remember living in Riverside? How during a certain part of the summer you wouldn't be able to leave food out because the ants would come and get it
I don't remember that.
in some houses.
But
Yeah, in some houses it's like that.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
all
I think we've got to. This sounds solid though.
yeah, no, I mean, I feel like it just speaks for itself. Just skinless oranges with other citrus fruit products, like such as limeade with orange pulp, lemonade with lime pulp. We have the
We
chocolate.
can't call it pulp. We got to call it a different name now. It's got to be like we reinvented what these oranges are.
Yeah, because it's not.
People think of pulp.
They
yeah,
think
as
the crushed
fiber.
non.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I don't know what else to describe it. Like pulp, like the crap that you get at the bottom of a drink. That's
Yeah, it's
juiced
almost
out.
like I know they use this word in terms for meats, but shredded orange.
exactly. It's more like if you squished an orange and you just left all the squished bits inside a drink. That's pulp essentially,
Yeah.
right? This one,
Yeah.
it's not like that. It's orange juice, but at the bottom, instead of all the pulp being crushed, it's full, juicy bits of
So
orange.
it's almost like a little bit of a surprise. So if you ever have had boba or what it's also called pearl tea, where there's tapioca balls, it would be something similar.
Exactly.
Where you would be able to put a straw in there and suck it up, and then you would have a little kind of ball where when you bit into it, it would have actually pure orange juice. And it would be cool because then you could have pure lime in a lemonade, or you could have lime and orange juice for a little different kick.
Yeah. And I can imagine we just sell the actual, like I said, we could like, how I imagine most of the packaging works. It's not freeze dried, but we put in like a slight freeze driedness to it. I don't know how we would do this, but I imagine it kind of like vacuum sealed with like cold air put in, just so it stays kind of frosty, so it stays the same shape and everything.
Yeah.
So they would have to get shipped and stored super quick. Like it's like when I worked at Whole Foods, when we got kombucha, for example, those immediately had to go into the refrigerator. You know, like this is one of those
Yeah.
products where it gets there, immediately goes into a fridge. But yeah, we could have the chocolate covered stuff, the drinks, the actual product, and just the little tiny pieces, individual like pomegranate seeds, right?
Yeah, I'm up for it.
And I think that pretty much settles it, man. Like it's definitely a product I would want to eat, and I would eat a lot more oranges and get my vitamin C in this way. It would be
Oh, yeah.
expensive as hell, though. I can imagine.
I mean, it just be the next step, and I think the cool step to cuties, because cuties aren't cool. They're just delicious and convenient.
Yeah, and we'll have cutie edition where it's the small, tiny ones. We'll have regular size oranges. We'll even have like
You know what's also fun? UFO oranges.
what is that?
Or is it UFO peaches? It's in the shape of like a flat disc.
A donut peach.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You can't do this with peaches. I don't think it would work. Then you're
Yeah.
just getting peach slices, you know.
Yeah. True that. You can't do it with peaches.
Yeah. I mean, this would be impossible, but in the same vein, if we get seedless pomegranate, let's do it, dude. I don't
Right?
think that's possible.
We would have to have like a patent on the genetic modification of pomegranates.
Yeah, but who wants GMOs these days?
They're in everything. You're right.
Yeah. All right.
I agree with your sentiment.
Well, I guess not Minute Maid. I guess
What are you gonna go with, Dole?
maybe Dole. I would just say
We
Florida,
don't know.
make this happen.
You went to a school that invented the navel orange.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Man, that's your alma mater.
Make this happen. Thanks for listening. If you have any suggestions or products you'd like to see talked about, feel free to write in at apptowngames@gmail.com. We have a Patreon. If you'd like to join the @pound family, come find us at patreon.com/wearenotgamedevs. Patrons receive episodes 2 days early, meaning Make This Happen gets to your ears that much sooner. If you enjoyed our show, take a second to give us a review. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Store, and more. Catch you guys next Sunday with Alex's idea.
We're gonna be doing car camping.
Car camping?
Yeah.
All right. Car camping.
I already like the name.
For
Say
this,
it,
though.
I want to say it one more time. Car camping.
Car camping.